Hello, welcome back to I'll Learn. Today we're going to continue learning about fractions by talking about different types of fractions, specifically proper, improper, and mixed fractions. We'll start out with proper fractions. These are the ones you see most often. A proper fraction is when the numerator is smaller than the denominator. This happens when the fraction is equal to less than 1. Here you can see out of the 4 pieces this circle was cut into, we have 3 of them. We have 3/4 of our circle. If we look at that on a number line, 0 to 1 whole circle, we have 3/4 of that area to 1. So we have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. That is a proper fraction. We can also have improper fractions. A lot of times when you hear of improper, it's wrong. It's just not quite right. And that's the way improper fractions look. Here you can see we have 2 rectangles. Each rectangle has 3 parts to it. Again, our denominator is the part of one whole. So one whole rectangle has 3 parts. And we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. We have 5/3 of a rectangle. If we have an improper fraction, it tells us that we have more than 1. Here is our third type of number we're going to talk about today, a mixed number. It's a combination of a whole number and a fraction. Here we can see we have 1 whole square, and then we have 3 of the 4 pieces left in the next square. We have 1 3/4 square in front of us. It's a combination of a whole number, 1, and a fraction, 3/4. Some examples you might see of proper fractions. You may see 1/2. You could see 2/3, or even something like 6/8. Improper fractions would be, like our example, 5/3. You could have 10/2, or you could have 6/4. All examples of improper fractions. Mixed numbers would be like 1 3/4, 10 1/2, or 11 2/3, all a whole number and a fraction. Now let's see if you can figure out what type of fraction we're looking at here in these slides. Here I have a pizza, standard cut into 8 slices, and of those 8 slices I have 4 left. What type of fraction is this? If you said proper, great job. Here I have 2 pizzas. Each pizza is cut into a total of 8 pieces, but all together here I have 14/8 pizzas. What type of fraction is this one? If you said improper, great job. And finally, in this last example, I have 1 whole pizza and 1 pizza that's already been cut into its 8 pieces. Of those, I have 5 of them. I have 1 5/8 pizza. This type of fraction is called a, that's right, mixed fraction or mixed number. Now, if I were taking notes on what we have talked about today, this is the style notes I would like to take. On my right page, I have notes like vocabulary written down. So today we talked about types of fractions. My date would be up in the top. The 3 types of fractions we talked about, their definitions and examples. Below that, I love to write a summary. A summary of what we talked about today is that there are 3 kinds of fractions: proper, improper, and mixed. Proper fractions are normal, like 1/2 or 3/4. Improper have a big numerator and a smaller denominator, and mixed are a whole number next to a fraction. The left side of the page is where I love to put my examples, my pictures. At the top I have a proper fraction drawn and written, followed by an improper, a mixed number, and then some examples like we wrote out earlier down below that. Feel free to pause this video here and take your own notes. Otherwise, there is a link in the description to a typed out set of notes that looks very similar to this that I created. As always, thank you for joining me here on I'll Learn. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.